not on the same level, but like even with COVID, it's not gone away, innit?
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw recently, JoeRogan's got a massive podcast, and he has a lot of people with different thoughts and opinions that sit on either side of the spectrum, and people have been kind of accusing him of like facilitating the kind of anti-vax rhetoric. So you had someone in there recently, and then an artist called NeilYoung, I think a country artist, songwriter as well, basically had pulled together with like medical professionals and was pushing back at Spotify, saying it's basically either me or Joe Rogan, but like Joe Rogan only have like 11 million listeners per episode, and his podcasting, I think maybe every day of the week, in comparison to an artist who just has their music on a platform. They picked their guy in it, so they took his music off, and I think obviously Apple responded saying we're the home of like NeilYoung, but Spotify then did react a couple of days later and said they're gonna add like advisory warnings. Because like now, if I post on your Instagram something related to COVID, you get the little bar at the bottom, just kind of warning people. So basically just saying, okay, we're still gonna stand with our guy, but we are aware of the things that are changing, and if he's gonna be able to have a platform to have different people on, we still need to have an advisory content, whatever it looks like, to say, okay, these are the guidelines. Okay, like double check that this wasn't factual. I don't know what it's gonna look like, but they put out a news article, and it was the CEO, the guy that said he was gonna buy like Arsenal, whatever. He come out and said that. So everyone's clocking on. Okay, these things are happening. We can't ignore them. So imagine like we started having these chats. Like I don't know where everyone sits in a minute with regards to COVID, but we had, let's say, at the height of it in the early stage of lockdown, we're having loads of chats with medical professionals and people that lean more towards let's all get vaxxed. People could look at us as having a particular angle that we're leaning towards, innit? And then we later on go and do the, okay, cool, people are saying don't get vaxxed. I go and get Shaka Bars on here, or I get this person or that person. People then gonna call us anti-vaxxers, innit? I had to throw that one in there.
Why?
We're in West, I had to put that one in there. Still. But you can understand what will happen when you have certain people on your platform, innit?
Yeah.
And he himself, in regards to JoeRogan, has like talk about like ivermectin, and you know, he even had a medical professional on there where like he had a stance and the guy corrected him and pulled up the article, and he's like, okay, cool. You know, so, but it also shows as well that corporations will stand behind the person that has the audience. Yeah. My man said, NeilYoung, and the guy NeilYoung is a big act, isn't it? Millions and millions of plays on Spotify, but Joe Rogan's a beast, isn't it? So they stuck with their guy, but did clock that they couldn't ignore it completely.
So what did he do? Like, as in, what did he say? More like, or what did?
Or Rogan?
Yeah, just.
He put an Instagram video after, just basically saying, I will be a bit more. What did he say again on the Instagram video? He'll just take a bit more care of who he has on and the information that's being spread. Because you got to remember as well, like, we're in an age of misinformation, bro. So she was jokingly saying earlier about the guy that put out the tweet about on like Meat Watch with regards to A$AP Rocky. That was a Photoshop tweet. But I saw bare people retweeting and posting it. It's only because his brethren were laughing like, yo, people actually think it's a real tweet. But if no one comes out and says that, you're gonna think it's a real tweet. And that's on like a very like something that we don't even care about that much. That's it's just a trending topic that we'll forget about in a day or two. But something like COVID now, you gotta be on the money, bro.
Yeah, sure.
Because cool, whilst on the subject, it was like predicted like 80,000 plus NHS workers gonna lose their jobs if they didn't get the vaccine.
77.
Okay, 77. Shouts out to the black women, specific numbers.
Yeah.
They've now backtracked and are gonna scrap those plans. And if you lean more to the other side where it's like, yo, don't get vaccinated, that looks like a win for you. Can I be mad at you? Like this thing is gonna plan, and I think it's gonna all start boiling down to money, bro. They're even saying that now if you certain symptoms, you're not going to quarantine for, like they've already reduced the days in regards to quarantining. Like, are we in or we out? Everything's money oriented now. Can you just glide past quickly? Thank you. So yeah, information needs to be on point, innit? Like even on here, as much as like we joke and we do the satire thing, I do feel I have like a responsibility at times. Where if we're going to do the serious thing, just to try and be armed with info, and if we're not, they just don't have the chat in it.
Yeah,
and I think we do a fairly decent job of that.
Yeah.
I try and flush out my opinions and at least have enough research in it, or if anything, I just reference the article and I read it.
I'm relatively conflicted with what you just said, because I feel like then does that mean you're not allowed to have an opinion that is like opposed against? I don't.
Okay, yeah. So yeah,
you know what I mean?
If everyone's going left and your opinion is going right, should you not have it? No, I think you should still have your opinion, but it's got to be based in some fact, some truth.
But does it though? Because it's opinion. You're not saying that.
I think
these
for
are
something
facts.
very.
Do you know what I mean? Opinions are literally
If there's something,
opinions.
if there's a topic as big as COVID I can compare to, then I'll see it. If we're having something about a music debate, something culturally, or doing a dating conversation, interpersonal issues, black stuff, then maybe not. But I think something like that, that's just where I stand. I could think about it more and change my opinion tomorrow. But I think as I'm sitting here now, we're talking about the COVID thing, because I feel like I could trust you if you turn around and say to me, I've done my research. But I feel like I get that response a lot for people who just don't want to, because they're being told by what to do by the government. Because there's a lot out there right now. It's just purely people are jaded. Are we doing this? Are we doing that? So now whatever the government tells them to, they don't want to do, because it's like, I don't trust you. You're having parties. You're telling us to do this. So I'm not gonna. Why would I follow you when you're not being an example? You know?
No, I get that. I'm just kind of leaning more towards the concept of free speech and expression, innit?
But free speech has never been free. It's always been super expensive, bro. You just got to be ready to stand on your point, innit? So I could say something brazy on here, and if we lose half our audience, but I told my opinion, they've left, my opinion hasn't changed, I can still say what I want to say, you know? I just have to be prepared to to deal with the consequences, innit?
Because it's kind of like the concept of essentially in podcasting.
Yeah. It's new media as well, innit? So it's gonna start getting heavily regulated.
Yeah, no, they're definitely, the rules are kind of essentially being installed now, but at the same time, it's like the idea that this is something based on people's opinions and thoughts. Yeah, do you know what I mean? This is what podcasting is. It's or at least it's become. It's conversations and people's ideas. It doesn't necessarily have to be you are a professional in this field. Yeah, it's just individuals' thoughts and how they interact.
Okay, taking it a step further, if you have an opinion and then you're presenting new information, at least walk it back. I don't think enough people do that. So let's say me and you are debating now. I have my stance, you have yours, but the master actually agree with you, and I go and look and say, actually no, H was leaning more towards being right, and I can see why I'd formulate his opinion. I'd walk it back and be like, oh no, I see where it's coming from, or I fully agree, I was wrong.
Do you feel like this is more? Sorry, bro.
No, go on.
Do you feel like this is more based on the size of your audience more than anything else?
Read it out for me.
As in, like, for example, we're talking about JoeRogan. Is it because of...
Okay, so that's what it is, influence.
Yeah.
If no one ain't listening to you, bro, you can say what the fuck you want, because nobody cares. I think it's people pushing back on the size because people look at you as having influence, which is why, like, on NeilYoung will say, yo, Spotify, you're a big corporation, you'll stand next to this person, you've got them on your platform, they've signed an exclusive deal with you, so you fully endorsing them. But the endorsement is because they have the audience, that's why they're over there with you, innit? And that's why it's exclusive, because if I'm signing JoeRogan, you can't be on Apple and SoundCloud, you got to be with me, so we exclusively sign you. And now if you have chats about politics, if you have chats about race, if you're talking about COVID, and there are people that disagree with that, if they can't access Rogan, they're just going to access your employee or your partner.
Yeah. Because I have another question for both of you, as in, when you guys are at a point where you're that big, how would you feel about, let's say, a corporation that stood next to you, somewhat dictating, or maybe it's not somewhat dictating, how you express yourselves or the way you want to do things? Do you not see it that way?
The real truth is going to be a price on that. We've had the conversation, like, everybody's got a price.
Yeah.
It would then come down to the price.
I do want to say that, like, I want to stick to a point where I can negotiate, like, this is the one thing out of the entire brand that I don't want to compromise on.
Yeah.
I want to say that. Do you know what I'm saying? But, like, if life-changing money is slapped in front of me,
it's time to change your life.
I can't give you a concrete decision.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? She wants that bust down gilly and that. Bro, have you ever seen a bust down gilly? My mom's gonna have the first one.
Because I'm like, the thing is, it's like and it's a testament, like, to how much I value what we do. Because I said life-changing money. Do you know what I mean? Like, things that will flip shit all the way around. So
your kids type of stuff.
Because it's like that. It's essentially artistic integrity, because there's an art to this as well.
Yeah, like, absolutely. Like, and I feel like we've got to a certain position, like, because of us. So having, like, a corporation that doesn't even, like, give a shit about the content, try to then dictate, then it becomes difficult.
But at the end of the day, who backs you is everyone's got to kind of bend their knee for Caesar at some point.
Yeah, well,
and that's what it boils down to.
Yeah, but who do we owe it to? If a man's paying you, but then who do we owe it to? Like,
that's a good question.
We have to owe it to our listeners.
That question, and that's both same thing. Caesar essentially in that moment is the people, because if enough of the people make noise, you see all the time. No matter how much you rock with you, if you're gonna cost me money as a corporation, bro, get out of here, bro. That's what happens, isn't it? Right now, obviously, I think we've taken the conversation a step further, because it was, unless he was behind the scenes, what we know publicly, Rogan wasn't reprimanded or told off or like told he can't say what he wants to say. He very much still can. All Spotify did was just find a happy medium where they still appease that noise, because what will happen is if enough artists on their platform who have influence and are the big dogs, like, give examples, who are the biggest artists? If
the bread's there,
if
you want to keep
Drake's,
Beyonce
if Taylor
happy.
Swift, if Beyonce, if Adele's,
you want to keep
all the people
happy.
that don't know the country or the Latin market, J Balvin's, the Afrobeat artists have all the, if they all band together and say, you know what, we stand more of like a NeilYoung and feel that Rogan is facilitating the anti-vax conversation with misinformation, I'm going to take my music off your platform. Then there's a conversation we had and they'll probably get rid of that guy.
Yeah.
And then it is, who is Caesar in that moment? It's the people. We see it all the time. We don't like some of these tactics. When I was talking about last week about playing the game with regards to Marcus Rashford, innit? The rules of engagement are, you create enough noise on social media, you maybe have influence in regards to your spending power by not spending with a corporation, political influence, media, you group all those things together, you can make a corporation kind of do what you, as much as they're big and they're powerful, if you do enough work, you've seen it with other communities, whether it comes in regards to the Jewish community, LGBTQ+, where now representation is like it's an issue. I was coming here today and I see Rose from Tutu's podcast tweeting about, I think BT have got a Black Love show about to come out soon, and at least from the tweet and the artwork that was presented, it doesn't look like there's any gay representation on there. And are you saying, and this is not me putting up, but if you see that, and obviously we don't have all information, there might be more, but if you just take it at face value, are you saying that black gays isn't black love? But I've got a community behind me.
Yeah.
We can get these tweets off, we can be more vocal, and you can enact change on all small levels, innit? It ain't got to be the Rogan thing where I get like millions and millions of people, but even on this level, and back to your question again, the people then become Caesar. They're the people that actually have the power. And I think sometimes you forget that as people, we have the power. Because even the political stuff happening right now, if you really, really, really was on it, we can enact some change, because their man are just laughing in man's face, telling, is it the Sue Gray report? What's the lady's name? Saying that when they, regards to reprimanding, they're not going to release the names of people at the party and stuff. They're going to suppress this thing. Like, man has been told that ahead of time, and it's going to happen. We're just going to firm it. It'll be a bit of a trending topic. They might go at it, Prime Minister's questions, whatever. But if everybody's on it enough,
do you think Boris is going to fight the storm?
Yeah, he's shameless.
I think he will. But even if he loses, they don't lose, because they're already in power. They've got enough for majority, and all that's going to happen is they'll just slide someone into that slot. Either Rishi Sunak, or Priti Patel, and then they take the black box, the Bane box.
I was getting cooked the other day.
What did you do?
Someone tweeted like, "Rah, you see Priti Patel, I understand."
And what did you say? And
I quote tweeted, "Black women were right."
Oh, saying that niggas will nig for anybody with hips.
I was getting cooked by the incels. Like, she's not gonna fuck you, bro.
But that's corny, because you're just telling yourself that like the only way you would agree with women is if it was regards to you possibly getting sex.
Bro, do you know what? Yeah, like
it's that rebuttal's dead. That you're doing this for the hoes, bro. I've got hoes already, bro.
Yeah.
Van's voice.
Yeah.
Pussy Palace.
Wow.
How did we get here? Like,
the joke always goes full circle.
I hear that,
pod, man.
Because sometimes, bro, like I look at these tweets and I was like, bro, I don't need help.
Yeah.
And then you be acting like I'm like misrepresenting your brand, bro. I'm on brand, bro.
Listen, let it be clear that I'm just defending myself, okay?
Okay. Yeah, from the attack.
That's what I'm.
From the cyber attack.
That's all I'm doing from the cyber attack.
How long we got left on the H?
Good.
Okay, we're good. Still.
Yeah, I'm just saying that I'm defending myself.
No, as you should, bro.
I'm like, rah, like what? Can I not stick up for women, without an agenda?
Or not even, or just highlighting something that was funny. It's like, because I remember that day when Skepta he didn't even say anything. He just tweeted a photo of Priti Patel. She was sat down.
Yeah, but
she looked.
But someone like Skepta, of course, people are gonna start talking.
Bro, I remember.
How How are you tweeting a picture of Preeti Patel? No caption, no nothing. What does this mean, bro?
I can't even Max, sorry.
What does this mean?
Go on in.
Niggas gonna this.
Because, like, the Shades, bro, yeah.
Whenever the Shades Borough, you sound like one of my uncles.
What's it? Shade Bar.
That's how I know you're not on there. I love that you're a consistent black man.
Hate it.
I love that. I said the Shades Borough.
But I saw that, like, they were trying to get at JME for, like,
for what?
When he got married,
bro.
Oh, because his partner's white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were looking for, like, I remember, like, when they found out Skepta was having a baby.
Oh, okay.
And then they
anticipating the race of the child.
What?
So
they're just feeding it. As much as they're bad, there is an audience for that. People act like there isn't. They're feeding that audience, innit?
Yeah.
But I genuinely don't.
No, there are people, and the thing is, I'm not mad if you are all for that, but just be consistent on both ends, innit? Like, it can't be when you see a black woman with a white man, it can't be get your coin, sis.
That's why when he tweeted that picture, everyone was like, "Oh, we should have known." Skepta's for BAME.
The internet shit, bro.
Internet's hilarious, man. Internet's funny. You know, we can take this conversation a little bit further. We was off the back of like the free speech chat, yeah. I don't know if you guys have seen the news about Cardi B. So she won a lawsuit against a YouTuber called Tasha K.
Yeah,
who's got like I think just over 1 million subscribers to her YouTube channel. She's got this like wine theme where she sits there and has chats about cultural stuff and drag celebrities, whatever. And she has to now, because of her actions, reported about 3 million.
Eat that.
What do you mean?
To Cardi B. So she put out wild accusations, saying that Cardi was a prostitute before, saying that her child with Offset isn't Offset's.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That she's on drugs and just loads of wild things, innit? And off the back of like you're saying of how expensive is free speech, it costs 3 million.
Bro, the thing is that like, you need to know who you're up against. Like, whenever you say shit, yeah, like you with great power comes great responsibility, right? So like, you know that you've got 1 million subscribers. Saying something like that, yeah, to an artist, yeah, of that magnitude, but still keeps her ears to the streets, bro, you're fucking with the wrong person.
I think the key thing what you're saying is also the number. People get drunk off the number and they get emboldened. Like I always joke about the 100 people in one Facebook group chat or Facebook group, and now you've got your audience. If you've got 1 million people and they're siding with you, and anytime you give a certain style of content, so you go in there and you're doing the shade, the tea, the dragging of celebrities, because that style is very popular on Black American YouTube. So I don't know if you guys remember Kia, the rapper. Yeah. She was on there. T.S. Madison had a show before. They used to bang the gavel. You've got a lot of
Queen's Court? Was it Queen's Court?
I think so. Yeah, a lot of like black queer men who've got that type of content where they're doing the celeb gossip stuff. You've got like Jason Lee with Hollywood Unlocked, all that stuff in it. So there's that style of content is the broad term. Your audience is gonna make you start. Okay, cool. I drag this person. I drag that person. They keep coming back and they start thinking, oh, this is what they want. But the problem is, if you're not doing it from a genuine place, that's what happens. You fuck up. You double down, triple down. You say something brazy, and Cardi B's like, you know what?
I got time today.
Yeah, it's COVID, bro. There ain't no shows.
I'm quarantining.
Offset's in the
I'm
house.
at home.
He's been cheating too much, so you got to stay and look after kids. I got time, innit?
I can see him.
You know,
he's in the front room.
We're gonna send you the cease and desist. Yeah. So they send you notifications. Just a little. It's a slap on the hand. So okay, just for the record, you're moving brazy, or you're actually incorrect, and I'm just clarifying that this and this is actually what happened, or this didn't happen, innit? But if you don't heed the warning, which she didn't.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, she didn't heed the warning. So then she got taken to court. And what Cardi did was she was smart now. Whether it's genuine or not, she went and got therapy. So that has a cost. So it affects her mental health, and that's documented. Like you were saying earlier about your experience with work. You had the emails. It's documented. With my therapist that I experienced this. I was down. This happened to me. That happened to me. Affecting my mental mood, my family, whatever. And she was able to prove that these things were lies. I think there might even have been a HIV shouting as or just an STD in general, innit? So she actually had to go and take a test.
Yeah, you're doing too much.
So to prove that she wasn't for the case for the records, innit?
That's crazy, bro.
Obviously for her benefit.
That's crazy, Cardi B, bro.
That all got proven in court that this person's lying, you know. So it's just a light warning to the streets.
Eat that.
100%.
You could be sat in your little corner of your room with your YouTube channel. Just know that, like,
bro,
this form of media is definitely growing, and there's gonna be bumps along the road, innit? So just sprinkle an allegedly in there to save yourself.
Fam, and do you know what? Yeah, I've got to shout out Cardi B. She's a real nigger in these streets.
Yeah.
She handles her business properly, bro.
I respect it highly.
Like, she's that person that came up and got money, like new money, and it acted right with
I got a bag and fixed my teeth, bro. She didn't pretend. She didn't delete all her old pics like all these girls do.
Yeah.
You saw the old teeth, bro. You can see the new ones now.
I'll be doing the same thing.
Come on, bro. I'll be in there smiling every second.
Every moment, every opportunity, I'm smiling. What?
You know, annoying. But I think people on
all
the
of a sudden,
internet,
my teeth are a shade lighter.
You're gonna get that Hollywood smile.
people seem to forget, like, if someone says they have 50,000 followers,
yeah,
for the kind of society they live in nowadays, people are like, oh, it's only 50k followers. But
only
what I say is, like, imagine 50,000 people being in a room looking at you as you write a 4-page letter, like fans. You know, that's
always bring it full circle.
Shout
out to the Black Queen, man. I love that.
Yeah. But the thing is that people, like, people don't realize that anymore because it's become some sort of like currency where 50k ain't even expensive. That's crazy.
I'm reading here. A jury found Keeb was liable for defamation, invasion of privacy, and causing emotional stress. That's crazy, bro. You know?
Bro, like,
and
someone saying 50,000 followers ain't enough. Reminds me of Jay-Z and niggas in Paris when he's like, what's 50 grand to a motherfucker like me? Can you please remind me?
Fair.
Nah, 50 grand's a lot.
Yeah. I'll take that.
To me, bro.
You know when you're waiting on money to come, I don't want people to everything on that. I need it.
Yeah, 100%.
Run it. I need it.
Bro, I wasn't spitting that verse in conviction, bro.
No, I'm spitting along.
Nah. I need that to fall on my lap right now.
It's like, slow down, Jay. I need that. But yeah, and I think it's a landmark case, isn't it? So she's going to appeal. I didn't watch all of it, but I watched a little bit of a clip of her response, innit? She read like a statement. It wasn't free flowing. The wine wasn't there. And a lot of the comments, people kind of like, yo, this woman's like, she's not going to learn. Like, she basically kind of blamed the machine. You know, this kind of an attack on trying to take me down and stuff.
Yeah, but if you're
like
against
it was
that,
like an insidious attack. All you need is a few idiots to agree with you. But a lot of the audience didn't agree with her. Like, yo, like, you need to take this a lesson, because if you ain't got 3 million, you can, what was the term I saw? That she can garnish her wages for the foreseeable future. So whatever income she keeps getting, you know,
that's crazy.
She can take a piece of that, you know.
It's necessary.
People
online seem to, or there's this culture online of people forgetting that the people that you're directing this hate, frustration, whatever it is towards,
banter,
they're human.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be a cost that, or a toll that takes on those people, and you wouldn't just say something to someone face to face with no repercussions. They're gonna box you in your face. But just because you're online and you're typing, you seem to think it's okay. And I'm glad that people are facing the repercussions of that, because that's not going to happen in real life. Yeah. I'm going to box you, bro.
This is an extreme example, and I think obviously America's culture is different when it comes to suing people. They're a litigious society. Like it's part of their culture.
Yeah.
Like you will get a lawyer that you have no hope in winning this case. They will take it if it's a suing case.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is that like, Cardi's not just gonna go to court with anyone. She's gonna see that your company's got a little bit of equity.
They're coming for. They're gonna get the YouTube channel. It's more,
get you out of here.
Also, as well, it's like that's when you use your money to flex, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you can hire them super expensive lawyer. You can even, if you wanted to, drag it out. And I think apparently she even tried to sell before. Like she even want to go. She's like, the fact you made me go to this nth degree, I'm gonna spank you and spank you bad. And also, it's like a little light jab to your audience as well. Like you kind of lose credibility a little bit, because now if you speak about another celebrity and say this person might be in the closet, or this person's over there cheating on their wife, or just, you know, like the celeb gossip stuff, like people are going to be like, I don't know if I believe her, because your credibility is in the mud.
Bro, like this is Cardi B as well, bro. She gave Offset 2 million in cash on his birthday.
Where'd you find those, man?
Bro, imagine getting 2 million just for being born. She's got the bread, bro. Don't come for me, fam.
But then see them celebs, I laugh when they do them things, because like, 1 year someone bought someone a car, another year they bought, bro, they're just swapping gifts, bro. Like at a certain point, bro. It's just straight. So it's dope to see.
Quavo got Sweetie a car, and when they broke up, he's like, "Yeah, let me get that back."
This is why men deserve less than nothing.
What do you mean?
I said what I said.
Let me get it back. We get the Bentley back.
You know what's so funny? I would never take a gift back, but a little bit of me did respect that. Because I'll be highly offended. Like you bought me something, it's mine. Why are you? Like, no.
You're still paying the payments. You didn't buy it straight.
But that's where.
What if it was a wedding ring? What?
Okay, no. Okay, so guys,
don't get real excited in that, man.
Okay, guys, if you propose to a babe, and I know that all of you not in here have the sauce, as the kids say, so that would never happen to you.
You are mugging us.
But if you guys proposed to a babe and she said no, would you?
I'll ask again.
No, hold on, no. Not that she said no.
You must not heard me.
No, took the what?
I said, you want me to say in Swahili?
It's like,
not speaking Swahili, nigga.
if the engagement was broken off, would you expect the ring back? So not necessarily ask, but would you expect it back?
Wait, I'll propose you.
Okay, so what you're asking is, okay, cool. She said, no.
They give it back.
No. Chill out. Let me break it. I think what Chris said is, I hope I heard you correctly, was you proposed to her, she said yes. 6 months down the line, engagement's broken off now. What do you expect her to do with the ring?
So this is not what you would want. What's your expectation?
So what the engage?
You've engaged. She said yes. She said yes.
I wouldn't expect anything.
She's got the ring on her finger. For whatever reason, you break up. Engagement's off.
It's not whatever reason he fucked up.
No, wait, what?
You're doing real women's content right now,
bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Caffeine.
if she gives it back, I'll be shocked. If she keeps it, I'll be shocked.
How dare you? Be a fucking lady.
You know what I mean? Like, you know about, bro. I'll be shocked.
You can't give
Same
that
way.
answer. What would you expect though?
Can you even return rings like that?
I hear some women give it back to let that nigga know there is no fucking way that this is ever gonna happen again.
No, in all honesty,
if you keep the ring, then like, you know, yeah, he can work through it. He might be able to win you back.
See how niggas try and get hope from
still
anywhere.
Hold your ring. No, but if she still wears your ring a little bit afterwards, it's just like if you still go to the crib and the toothbrush is still there, innit? If it's gone, that's when you know. That's it.
Bro,
perfect. Segue.
You went from
how many toothbrushes do you lot have out and about?
Wait, my bathroom right now?
No. How many toothbrushes do you have
that
you belong?
I've ever heard.
Yes.
Hey. You were sent into our camp to
what
destroy
kind
the
of
black
devil
man.
Is this? Oh, shit. That is the maddest question I've ever heard.
How many toothbrushes do you own outside of your own home?
Own, you know. My man's got GPS.
One at Foles' house.
False?
Yeah, we all know the story. You caught me in Tesco, innit?
I caught him in Tesco the next morning, like, oh, fancy seeing you here. Because we both had to brush our teeth, we're doing this. Morning, bro.
No face mask.
False?
What kind of question are you asking me here?
So, how many toothbrushes do you have outside of your own home?
I can give you a spicy report. I'm not known to spend the night, so I don't have any toothbrushes. Spicy, innit? You want to do spice? We got spice for spice.
Okay.
Atarudo, go on, bull spice.
Oh, yeah, come take a picture.
Yeah.
H?
I currently have 1 toothbrush that's in my house. That's active.
Yeah, that Braun thing, the electric.
Okay.
Yeah. We invest in our dental care over here.
Yeah. Go off, Black Kings.
Come on, electric toothbrush. Black men in tech.
Yeah.
Grizzy.
Colgate. Opal.
Grizzy.
Yes.
How many toothbrushes do you have on the road?
None.
Yeah. So you two don't spend the night?
I don't know what you're talking about.
They're in the bag, innit?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
I actually didn't know what you said.
You know about
She's got it tucked into her lapel.
You're such a prick.
You want to lead us there?
No.
Chris will take us to the edge, yeah? And then not push us, but make man jump and that. Like, when you want to do it, man? It'll be a sexy death.
I was that person that I was always chatting in class, like being boisterous. But I'd always get my work done.
And everyone's
like,
following
she was
you.
talking to I did my work.
These times you already done your homework. Yo, right.
I hated them ones.
Yeah. Get you in trouble and that. Oh, Follows really good, but he's got this one friend he's always talking with. And then I'm there on like the cusp of a CB. And woman's like, oh, let me see his grades. My nigga's got A's and A stars.
Stick pussy game up.
Wow.
Damn. How did we get there? So
anyway.
Free speech, guys. It's as they say, it's fucking expensive. free speech is very, very expensive, isn't it? So be very, very mindful. Even us, I was offering that little bit of, I don't know if it's critique or just our viewpoint, we do little pop culture critique, sometimes breakdowns, our POVs and stuff. Maybe man has to be a bit careful over here as well, or go all out brazen, just die on our shield, innit?
But then what would you want to do? As for me, that's what the question is. Because why did you do
whatever
it in the first
genuinely
place?
comes to my heart, like however I'm feeling in the moment is what I want to do. So I'm gonna have also as well. Do you know what it is? When you are maybe at this level, some of those celebs feel so far away. Part of the reason why that Tasha K person got spanked is because Cardi couldn't unsee it and ignore it. It's cool when the person's in their room and got 100 subscribers on a YouTube channel. Not to do anything, got 100 subscribers. You know, I hope you get many, many more. But when someone's got 100,000, 500,000, and their commentary is bleeding over into maybe mainstream radio, other blogs, Shade Room might be picking up these posts. Like, it's everywhere, innit? And you're able to eat kind of off slandering my name. I'm going to come and attack that, innit? Because you have the audience, innit? I think when you don't have the audience, when we was joking about earlier, like, if no one hears it, you can say what you want. It kind of gets dictated on how big your platform grows, innit? That's where it will be the true sign and test of, like, do you stand on what you stand on? What is opinions genuine? Was it just jokes? Or also sometimes you get starry-eyed. Like, I've seen people kind of change the way they podcast, the way they interview radio once they start getting high-profile guests on. Because you can't say some of the brazy stuff. Or some people, you can't, you know. Some people still go all out. Did you not see the clip of the, I think I was in South Africa, called MacG?
Yeah.
He was speaking to Ari Lennox, and I think she's got a lyric, like a sexual lyric about her being fucked good right now. And I think the guy he basically asked her, like, are you being fucked good right now?
Wait,
and they were on like a Zoom.
He said, is anybody fucking you good right now?
Yeah, is anybody fucking you good right now? And he asked her that, innit? And she was definitely like flustered, like, like, you really asked her that. And she kind of played off. The interview continued, which was kind of, I think if they were face to face, it might have been even more.
Oh, it was like a Zoom thing.
It was Zoom, yeah. It was Zoom, innit?
Yeah, even like coming off that interview, she would have been mortified. That's a crazy question.
Yeah.
But it depends how you frame it, though.
Go there. I want us to go there. Let's.
No, it depends on how you frame the question, bro. If you got,
I would never ask that.
No, I wouldn't expect you to ask that.
I would never ask that.
Wait,
but then on
wait, stop.
Yeah.
If because I don't actually know the song yet. But if this was like
it's a direct quote.
Yeah, do you know what I mean,
bro? But still, like,
but is that due to who you are,
bro? Like, how can you ask that on air, bro?
But Vans, is that due to who you are, or let's be frank, the current climate? Because you know that comment isn't going down. Like right now,
with no context,
as people listening back right now, I could be getting flogged with the hashtag for using the B word. I didn't call Chrissy a bitch. I was saying,
we've heard, bro. We've heard.
No, Vans, we've heard. I'm just trying to double down.
We have heard.
We have heard.
You see when niggas on the ropes like this.
No, I don't know, bro. Like, but it's just
we've got to be honest.
For me,
yeah,
like, I don't even like.
I mean, speak like
use those terms with women that I fuck with. Anyway,
I hear you, but that is a direct quote of her lyric. It's not.
And that's
it is.